The knife clinked as she slid my plate across the table, her smile all warm and cozy, like she hadn't just been whispering death into her phone. "Pork chops, darling, just how you like 'em," she said, her voice dripping honey, but I caught the venom underneath, sharp as a rattler's bite. 2 hours ago, I'd heard her in the den, thinking I was passed out from a long shift. 4 million, half up front. Make it look like a break-in gone south. No way it ties back to me. Her words stuck like tar, thick with betrayal. I cut into. The meat, chewed slow, tasted lies and sage. She thought I was just a burned-out welder with a bad shoulder and a soft spot for her cooking. She had no idea who she was dealing with. My phone buzzed in my pocket, one short pulse burner line, no trace. I mumbled about checking the mailbox, stepped onto the porch and answered low. "They're moving tonight," I said, voice flat as a desert road. A gravelly voice came back. "We're in place. Let 'em think they're slick." I hung up, lit a cigarette I didn't want, and stared at the stars over our little Montana town. The man reflected in the window wasn't the one. She married. He was a ghost she'd never met. I met Collie 7 years back at a roadhouse outside Billings. She was all fire-dark hair, sly grin, eyes that could pull you into a storm. Said she was a bookkeeper, loved numbers, loved me. I fed her a story. Nate Harper, welder, no family, just a guy with a toolbox and a beat-up Ford. I buried the truth deep, 15 years in covert ops, laxite missions, names I'd erased from files and memories. We got hitched quick, built a life in a sleepy suburb. Split-level house, a lab named Duke, Friday nights at the bowling alley. It was perfect. Too perfect. A lie I let her wrap herself in. 5 months ago, the mask started slipping. She'd come home late, her purse clutched tight, her phone lighting up with text she'd swipe away. "Client meetings," she'd say, but her lipstick was smudged. Her perfume too heavy, like she was covering something or someone. I didn't call her out. "You don't survive my world by showing your cards. You watch, you wait. You let the snake slither closer before you strike." One night I tailed her to a dive bar on the edge of town. She met him, lean, stubbled jaw, boots scuffed from too many back roads. I snapped his picture, ran it through an old contacts database. Cole Travis, ex-Green Beret, turned freelance muscle after a bad tour in Syria. I'd crossed him once in Mogadishu, broke his nose and let him limp away. Should have finished the job. I watched him through the bar's grimy window, her hand on his arm, his lips too close to hers. My gut didn't burn with jealousy. It went cold, sharp, ready. I started digging. Her car had a tracker, now audio, GPS, military grade. I heard her with Cole, planning, her voice low and sure. "Nate's predictable," she said. "He'll be at the shop late Wednesday. Hit the house, make it messy." Cole chuckled. 4 mil's worth a lot of mess. I pulled her bank records, $30,000 wired to a crypto wallet, another $20,000 to a guy named Derek, a fixer who staged accidents for the right price. She wasn't just cheating. She was building a kill team, and I was the mark. Wednesday night, she was playing the doting wife, humming in the kitchen, pouring me whiskey with a smile. I played along, tossed back the drink, laughed at her story about a coworker's bad haircut. But my eyes were on her hands, steady, no nerves. She was too smooth, too practiced. I'd left the garage door unlocked, looped the security cams to show an empty street. Let her think she was 10 steps ahead. The clock read 8:32 p.m. Cole and Derek would hit at 10:30. I was ready. A package had shown up that morning, left at a dead drop by an old agency buddy. Brown envelope, no markings. Inside, photos of Collie and Cole at a motel, security footage. Of her meeting Derek at a truck stop, call logs, bank transfers, a text she sent Cole last week. "I'm sick of faking it. End him quick, and we're gone." My buddy threw in Cole's file court-martialed for smuggling, 2 years in Leavenworth. Derek's was dirtier. 4 vehicular mishaps, no convictions. They were good. Collie had picked a crew that could have buried me if I was the man she thought. I dropped the envelope on the table while she was slicing pie. "What's this, babe?" she asked, wiping her hands on a dish towel, her voice light but her eyes narrowing. "Open it," I sighed, leaning back in my chair, arms crossed. She tore it open, slow at first, then faster as the pages spilled out photos, texts, a screenshot of her wire to Derek's account. Her face went pale, but she didn't flinch. She was steel under that soft skin. "Nate, this ain't what it looks like," she said, her voice trembling just enough to sell it. I laughed, cold and hard. "You didn't hire Cole Travis to kill me? Or Derek to stage a robbery? $4 million, Collie? That's what my life's worth to you?" She stepped back, papers slipping from her hands. "You're wrong. I cut her off, pulled my phone, and played the audio from her car." Her voice echoed. "He's gotta go, Cole. I can't keep living this lie." Her knees buckled, but she caught the counter. "Nate, I swear, I didn't mean it." "Ooh," I said, standing slow, my shadow falling over her. "You meant every damn word." I walked to the window, checked the street. Black van, 1 block down, lights off. "They're out there now," I said. "Your boys are walking into a trap." Her eyes went wide, darting to the door. "What are you talking about?" I turned, looked her dead in the eyes. "You married Nate Harper, the welder. But I ain't him. Special Forces, Collie. Black Ops. I've done things that'd keep you up for years. You picked the wrong guy to betray." She shook her head, tears spilling. "You're lying. You're just a shop guy." "Am I?" I pulled a burner from my jacket, dialed. "You got 'em in sight?" I asked. A voice crackled. "Travis and Derek are marked. Moving in." I hung up, kept my eyes on her. "Agency's got your crew. They'll spill their guts before midnight." She sank to the floor, sobbing. "Nate, I was scared. I didn't know how to get out. I thought you'd never let me go." "Scared?" I snapped, stepping closer. "Of what? A guy who'd take a bullet for you?" I grabbed the scattered papers, shoved them in her face. "You planned this for months. I smelled that cologne on you, Collie. Every time you came back from your meetings, you think I'm that dumb?" She cried harder, voice breaking. "I'm sorry, Nate. I'm so sorry." I crouched down, close enough to see the fear in her eyes. "You're not sorry you cheated. You're sorry I saw through you." But then, a twist, she stopped crying, her face hardening. "You think you're so smart," she hissed, voice low. "You think I didn't know you were hiding something? All those late nights, those scars you never explained. I knew you weren't just a welder." I froze. She'd been playing me too. "What's that supposed to mean?" She stood, wiping her tears, her voice steady now. "I dug into you, Nate. Found your old military records, or what was left of him. I knew you were trouble. That's why I picked Cole. He's like you, but he's mine." My blood ran cold. She wasn't just a cheating wife, she'd been hunting me. "You're bluffing," I said, but my mind was racing. Had she found my old files? My contacts? She smirked, stepping closer. "You're not the only one with secrets. I've got my own insurance. You turn me in, and I'll burn you down with me. Those missions you ran? I've got names, dates, proof. You're not as clean as you think." For a second, I believed her. My past was a minefield ops gone wrong, loose ends I'd never tied up. Had she really gotten that deep? I grabbed her arm, not hard, just enough to make her flinch. "Show me," I said. "Where's this proof?" She laughed, pulling free. "You think I'd keep it here?" "It's safe, Nate, somewhere. You'll never find it. Let me walk, and it stays buried. Cross me, and you're done." The doorbell rang, sharp and sudden. She froze, her bravado cracking. I let go of her arm, walked to the door, and opened it. 3 suits, agency guys, no names. One nodded at me. "Travis and Derek are in custody. Already talking." He glanced at Collie, standing rigid in the kitchen. "Her?" I hesitated. Her threat echoed in my head, proof. Names, dates. Was she bluffing, or did she have something real I couldn't risk it. Not yet. Give me a minute, I said, shutting the door. I turned back to Collie. You've got one chance, I said. Tell me where this proof is, and maybe you walk. Lie to me and you're done. She swallowed, eyes darting. It's with a friend, she said. Someone you'll never find. I called them off. Or they sent it to the feds. I didn't buy it, but I needed time to check. I pulled my phone, texted my agency contact. Run her connections. Deep dive. Look for leverage. Then I looked at Collie. Sit, I said, pointing to the couch. You're not going anywhere. She sat, glaring, but I saw the fear creeping back. I paced the room, mind spinning. If she had dirt on me, I needed to neutralize it. If she was bluffing, I needed to break her. Either way, I wasn't letting her walk free. The agency guys knocked again. I opened the door, kept my voice low. Hold off, I need to verify something. They nodded, stepped back to the van. I shut the door, turned to Collie. Start talking, I said. Who's this friend? What do they have? She crossed her arms, defiant. You think I'm stupid? I tell you and you kill me. I leaned in, voice like ice. You hired men to kill me, Collie. You don't get to play victim now. Her defiance cracked just a hair. It wasn't supposed to go this far, she whispered. I just wanted out. You were so distant. Always hiding. I felt like I didn't know you. I laughed, bitter. You didn't, and you never will. My phone buzzed, text from my contact. Found her friend. Local lawyer, small time. No real threat. She's bluffing. I exhaled, the knot in my chest loosening. She had nothing. Just smoke and mirrors. I walked to the door, opened it wide. Take her, I told the suits. Collie screamed, lunged for me, but they grabbed her, cuffed her wrists. Nate, please. She begged, tears streaming. I loved you. I didn't look at her. You loved 4 million, I said, and they dragged her to the van. Her screams faded as the door slammed shut. I stood on the porch, lit another smoke, watched the taillights disappear. The night was still, just the hum of crickets and the weight of what I'd lost. I didn't go back inside. That house wasn't mine anymore. I drove to a motel, burned. The Nate Harper ID and a trash can out back. The agency would handle the cleanup. New name, new city, new shadow. Collie would get a deal if she talked, maybe 6 years in a low-security cell. Cole and Derek? They'd vanish into a black site. No sunlight, no hope. I didn't care. They were her pawns, not my fight. But the questions kept me up, gnawing like wolves. When did her love turn to hate? Was it ever real, or was I just a mark from day one? Did she laugh with Cole the way she did with me? Or was that a lie, too? And her bluff, how close had she gotten to my secrets? I'd never know. That was the real revenge, leaving her to rot in a cell, wondering who I was, what we could have been if she hadn't burned it all down. I left a note for her, slipped through agency channels to her cell. One line, you never had me. Let her chew on that for years. Let it twist in her gut every night. Let her question every moment, every kiss, every quiet morning we shared. That's my payback, her own mind, tearing her apart. I'm gone now. New name, new life, new ghosts. Montana's a memory, but the scars aren't. You don't outrun a betrayal like that. You carry it light as you can. I don't miss Collie. I miss the man she thought she could destroy. He's gone, too.